Alright, so anyway, my crazy ass rant about this piece of shit calculator is over. I did. I ran out of space in my video, but it just turns out you can look at the math behind this piece of shit by uploading it to Google Docs, right? You can actually, I don't know where I put that fucking thing. I don't know where it is. Anyway, I uploaded it to Google Docs. I looked at math, and the math sucks, and it's just a piece of shit. So anyway, I thought, hey, maybe I can figure out what 1 milligram of what the relationship is between cholesterol and death, right? Why can't I figure that out? I know some math. I'm kind of a dork. All right, so I'm at the World Health Organization website. Remember that chick's chart? She had that chart where she showed like death and then relationship. So I've got the data, raised cholesterol by country for every country. I downloaded that, and then I went to mortality and statistics, and I looked at cardiovascular disease, and I downloaded that. So here I've got, whoops, I'll close this stupid thing. No, I don't want to save it. This is the data for the World Health Organization for like deaths per 100,000, right? This is deaths per 100,000. Here, cardiovascular disease deaths per 100,000 by country. So there's 469, okay? And then I've got over here, I've got cholesterol levels, raised cholesterol. I don't even know what this number is, 57.9. It's percent of the population, because I don't think it's, because this is this is high cholesterol. But anyway, I've got a number related to cholesterol on this spreadsheet, and I've got a number related to deaths on this spreadsheet. I'm going to combine them, okay? So I've got an extra sheet here. Here's country, here's death. I'm going to call this death, okay? And then this is going to be country again and cholesterol, all right? So that's that. So that's country. So I go here, go over to my country list. And of course, naturally, this fucking things aren't, this is alphabetical and this is not, but whatever. I'll alphabetize in a moment. I'll go all the way down here. There we go. So, oh, crap. Motherfuckers. Damn it. I love cursing. Cursing's so awesome. Alright, so I undo that piece of shit. F4 will undo that. There we go. Let's try this again. Alright. There we go. Sucking this thing right down. Alright, so there's my list of countries from the cholesterol, and then I need my cholesterol numbers. I'm going to go back to my cholesterol spreadsheet. Where's my cholesterol spreadsheet? Here's my cholesterol spreadsheet right there. And of course, this is also hard linked, which I can get rid of like that. Here's my cholesterol numbers. Okay. All right. Now I gotta. I'm going to alphabetize these, but I don't know if this is alphabetized. I think it is. Let's bold that and make it look a little nicer. Let's take this whole section, right, and let's alphabetize this. Where's my data? Where's my alphabetizing thing? I gotta move my my screencast thing here. I can't see. Data sort by country on values A to Z. There we go. Oh, look, it's got multiple numbers. Is that classic? Stupid thing has multiple numbers. How is that possible? How is there more than one country in this data? Is that the most ridiculous thing in the world? So now I can't match them up. Alright, so I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to fix this data. Pause. Alright, just to give a quick update. I sorted the death column as well, and sure enough, that has duplicate data. Both have duplicate data, so I'm going to clean that up and then I'll get back to you. Yeah, so the issue is that with the death data, they've got separate numbers for male and female, and for the cholesterol numbers, they have separate numbers for male, female, and both sexes. Male, female, both sexes, male, female. So, of course, naturally for the death data, they don't have the combined male and female. They don't have both sexes. So I did it myself. I averaged them, and I'm just going to clean that up and get it all over in my spreadsheet. All right, that took a really long time because the cholesterol data, not only is it separated by both sexes, but it has something called a crude estimate and an age standardized estimate. I used the crude estimate for no particular reason, in that anything that's quote-unquote standardized means they've messed with it. They've probably taken it and used some math on it. And honestly, scientists kind of suck at that stuff, and I have just a feeling that they've messed with the data and it's just not data anymore. It's something else. Someone's estimate. I don't want a fucking estimate. I want the actual number. Well, so anyway, I took the crude estimate thinking it's more raw. Okay. And then for cholesterol data, they had data for both sexes and for female and male, right? Okay, well, I used both sexes. And for death data, they didn't have combined. They didn't have both sexes. They just had female and just had male. So I made my own estimate. I averaged male and female. Probably introduced lots of error, who knows what, but at least I have data for both male and female in both countries, death and cholesterol. This is cholesterol. Okay, so now I'm going to take, I got country, looks like the countries matched up. Georgia, just making sure they match up. Pakistan, Zambia, right? Looks like it matches, right? So now I'm actually going to delete this column, right? And I'm going to move this column over. And there we go, death and cholesterol by country. Let's make a chart. This is one of the beauties of Excel, right? I'm going to take this and I'm going to look for a chart. All right, I'm going to make myself a chart. All right, yeah. So let's just do a let's do a point chart. We want a scatter chart, and B and C are supposed to be the axes, not A. So let's see what happens when I do this. Yeah, it's giving me the wrong thing. Okay, so let's delete that chart. Let's take the countries. Okay, and we'll move the countries over here. Okay, so now I have the countries there. I'm going to select all of this, and I'm going to try to insert a chart, scatter chart. Well, all right. So just give me a moment. I'm gonna actually make this chart again. I've tried a few times. I seem to be failing here, but I'm gonna make it. Okay, so finally got this fucking data plotted. Mostly problems because the data was formatted as text, and Excel wouldn't build a chart with text. It only built it with numbers. Anyway, look. So I've got death rates over here on the left side. I've got cholesterol rates down here on the bottom. I don't actually know what those cholesterol rates are. I know that higher is probably more people with higher cholesterol. I mean, call me fucking crazy here, but it looks like higher cholesterol is lower incidence of cardiovascular disease. I don't fucking know why, but this is the World Health Organization data from 2008. I downloaded it from the site. I, sorted it by country, lined it up, and we can check one of these. Like, look here. Here's one right in the middle. Series death point 40.6, 399. So let's go look for this. Let me see. Find. Well, I think I gotta get find and select. Find 399. Let's see. There it is. Well, that's Syria. Find the next one. There's one. 40.6, Bosnia and Herzegovina. Okay, they're like right in the middle somewhere there. I mean, this thing is plotting correctly. So, let's see if we can. I'm gonna try to fit a line to this thing. All right, so I added some text here, like the cardiovascular disease, death versus cholesterol, who did it to that. Here's a trend line. Okay, here's a linear trend line. That's a trend line. That's pretty aggressive. I mean, the thing looks pretty clearly down, right? I mean, we can find 2 points in line to find the formula here. Here's a point 15.4477, and here's a point. Let's see if I can find another point here. 52,296. So basic math here, right? What did I say I got here? I got 15.4, 477. All right, so I took two of the points that are pretty much on the line. Took this point here. I don't know what country that is. And this point here, I don't know what country that is either. And I got the 2 points, 15.4, 477. That's 15, 477, and 50.9, 277. So slope of the line is defined as rise over run. That's math my kid learned in 6th grade, maybe 7th grade. So my rise is minus 200. My run is 35.5. My rise divided by my run is 5.63. All right, so we have a pretty good correlation here between the number of people who have high cholesterol, high being defined as 5 micromoles per liter, against the cardiovascular disease death. So it looks like the higher the number of people with high cholesterol, the lower your cardiovascular disease deaths in your country. I don't know if that really tells us that cholesterol is good for you or bad for you, but it looks like it's hard to say that cholesterol is bad for you given this. It looks actually like cholesterol might actually prevent cardiovascular deaths. High cholesterol prevents cardiovascular death, if I want to be aggressive in my causation on this chart. And that's honestly kind of crazy talk. But this is not my data. This is from the World Health Organization. My own cholesterol was 221 milligrams, which is the same as 221 times this fat conversion. My own cholesterol actually ranks as above 5.0. I'm actually part of this potential study, and I guess that's a good thing. I guess my chance of cardiovascular death is actually low. This, of course, is completely contrary to what the American Heart Association study tool showed us. So I'm not sure who the hell is right here, but somebody's an asshole, okay? And of course, it's probably me. But it could easily be one of these scientists who's out there ignoring this data or using other data, in which case the World Health Organization should pull this data off the web, because obviously somebody's going to call it a bunch of shit. I don't really have anything else on this. I'm gonna be done.